Hi guys, this is Klazart and welcome to the MSL round of 16 for some epic matchups, starting up right here with Savior versus Upmagic. Savior, as we all know, on his massive comeback trail to try and re-establish the sort of dominance he had a little over a year ago. And boy, am I looking forward to this matchup. He's going up against Upmagic, a Terran player who's been there or thereabouts, who's been close to breaking the envelope and entering into the very top tier of StarCraft pros, but hasn't been able to do it. He's had some interesting games of late, some epic matches that he's won and some epic matches that he's not won. Most notably the match against Flash. That was a great TVT battle on, I believe it was Destination. That was a great game of StarCraft. Probably one of the greatest TVT games that you'll ever see. So if you haven't seen that, do check it out on the Void Attack account. Great dual commentary on it with myself and Cholera. That was a fantastic, fantastic game of StarCraft. But right now, he's going up against Savior. And I just wonder how Upmagic's confidence is right now, how he's feeling against Savior. If we look at Upmagic's record, I mean, personally, I believe that in matchups like this, statistics are meaningless. Both these players have been playing good StarCraft recently. Savior has just been dominating. He's on something like an 8 or 9 game winning streak. So, but for what it's worth, if you do take a look at the statistics, Savior's lowest win percentage is versus Terran. And I personally, when I looked up that statistic, I was surprised to find out that Savior's lowest win percentage is versus Terran. Whereas Upmagic, he has a pretty even winning percentage versus Zerg or versus or Protoss or even versus Terrans. He's around 50% for pretty much all his matchups, whereas Savior gets up to well over 60% versus Protoss, is around 60% versus Zerg, and is around 56% versus Terran overall. But of course, these statistics take the span of the player's entire career, and we all know how StarCraft players continue to evolve and get better over time. This game is being played on Carthage, a relatively new map that has been commissioned for this season's MSL. We haven't seen a lot of games on this map, so it's really hard to tell what the balance is going to be like, especially Terran versus Zerg. I believe this actually might be the first Terran versus Zerg game we might be witnessing on this map. Nevertheless, I'm looking for an exciting game of StarCraft between these two players. Savior now starting up at the top left-hand corner in orange, and we've got Upmagic in brown at the bottom right-hand corner at the 4 o'clock, the 5 o'clock position, Savior at the 11 o'clock position. So yeah, this game is hugely important for Savior and for Savior fans because he has been tearing it up, he has been destroying his opponents in 2009 as he promised us he would do. But this is going to be, I feel, his first real big test because this is a best of 3 matchup. This is going to be on against a committed opponent. It's going to be in the MSL round of 16, and a win here would really, I think, people would really have to take Savior's claims a lot more seriously if they haven't already been taking them seriously after his big defeat of Lita in the in the Pro League. So I'm really looking forward to watching Savior go up against Upmagic here. Upmagic is a little bit unpredictable. Sometimes he can do the crazy, he can go for rushes, he can go for cheese, he can also innovate, he can catch you off guard. So I do expect him to provide an exciting game of StarCraft here for us. But this game is hugely important for Upmagic as well because he really needs to prove that he can hang with the pros, and he really needs to prove that he can progress far and deep into a major competition. It looks like Savior is going for a 9 pool here, so this is going to be interesting sort of starting. We've been seeing Zerg go for overpool a lot, and I personally am really starting to find it quite an attractive strategy. But I'm a huge fan of putting early pressure on the Terran opponent, and it looks like he's taking its extractor as well. So Savior might be looking to attack early. It'll be interesting to see if he maybe goes for a 2 hatchery build here. Upmagic sending out his SCV out to scout, and again, I just don't know how much I can stress the importance of scouting. So many players have been overconfident, not scouted early enough against their opponents, and paid the price. Savior obviously having that Overlord, which is going to be getting over there in a little while. Upmagic obviously starting up his supply depot first, so he looks like he's going to be going for a fairly standard build. Savior straight away putting the three drones on the gas. I wonder if we're going to try and see some sort of cheese by Savior, maybe some sort of attempt to get early speeded up lanes, although my guess would be probably that he's probably just going to upgrade that lair straight away, but it'll be interesting to see if he maybe stops mining the gas. That might give us a hint. Upmagic meanwhile starting up his fracs and his extract and his refinery, so no attempt from Upmagic to try and fast expand. And look at that, 77% of the fans believe that Savior is going to come out with a victory in this matchup. So overwhelming vote of confidence from the StarCraft fans from Savior, and I'm sure they're excited to see what Savior is going to bring to the table. And yes, I mean, some people might argue that, and it looks like Savier's got his first group of Zerglings out, already heading down towards Upmagic. Upmagic still not with his racks complete. So Savior might be able to do a little bit of harass, and also the positioning of Upmagic's racks means that it's not like he's tried to block or slow Savior down at all. Savior now, I think it's actually maybe only set his initial first 4 Zerglings down, because it looks like he's got another 2 Zerglings, unless he's producing 8 Zerglings, in which case it looks like Savior probably has upgraded speed upgrade Zerglings. Upmagic, of course, has scouted this, so that's going to put, that's going to throw a little bit of a spanner in the works of Savior's plans. He's now going to be forced to delay 2 of his reinforcement Zerglings to just try and get rid of that SCV so that he can take his natural expo. So Savior's now first group of 6 Zerglings just arriving in Upmagic's base. Upmagic's bunker is just about complete, and Upmagic now putting the factory down. So you've got to say that the early advantage is probably to Upmagic in this, because he's got the bunker down and he's basically cancelled out Savior's build. Savior is trying to do a little bit of damage to the supply depot. Upmagic has got a Marine in there. Savior just trying to lure Upmagic's Marine out from that defensive formation. Upmagic really with a great base build for this kind of build that Savior has come up with. So Savior, having gone for the 9 pool, has, I suppose, not put a lot of pressure on Upmagic, though he has forced him to put that bunker down, but that's not really going to hurt Upmagic too much, because he hasn't really expended too many resources in there. Savior hasn't really been able to do too much harass. Savior's got more Zerglings coming in. He's got to do something here, otherwise he might find himself behind against Upmagic. Upmagic with the factory going up. Savior now trying to grab that SCV, trying to snipe it as it comes over the factory while completing it. He's got enough. He's going to definitely be able to take it out this time, so Upmagic's going to be forced to pull another SCV off the line. Upmagic mining gas as well. So Savior definitely in a little bit of trouble here. Upmagic hasn't pulled another SCV off the line to actually start building that factory. He's finally taken it out. Savior now hammering with the supply depot, forcing Upmagic to again pull a couple of SCVs off the line. And Savior has to do these little things, even if he doesn't get too many kills. He has to do a little bit of stuff just to try and distract Upmagic and slow down his economy with as much as possible. Savior now obviously starting up his lair, and this is going to be a 2 hatchery build for Savior now. It looks like he did commit himself to that attack, and now the factory is complete for Upmagic. So Savior's going to have to put a creep colony down. He's going to have to put a sunken down. Upmagic actually hiding a starport underneath that rack, so I'm not sure if Savior's seen that, and he realizes that he's got the lead. He realizes that he can put some pressure on Savior. So Upmagic going for the early game advantage now that he's seen what Savior's build was. And again, that early scout from Upmagic, setting that SCV scout as soon as he finished that supply depot, it's just given him a huge advantage, because we know that Savior is capable of doing the unpredictable, and Upmagic obviously anticipated that as well. Savior going for the 9 pool. Now the vulture out for Upmagic, and this vulture is crucial here. If Savior can get a kill on this vulture, this is going to be huge, and Savior gets the kill on the vulture. Savior takes the first vulture down. That was huge. I just cannot believe that if that had been Nana, he would have lost that vulture so easily. I don't think Upmagic expected Savior to put up resistance against his first vulture so early on, and now Savior has definitely seen that starport as well. He's meanwhile putting up his spire, I believe. So it's going to be interesting to see. Upmagic looks like he's building his first wraith in that starport. Savior once again taking out that SCV from Upmagic. Now the second vulture coming around. Savior's going to try and get surrounded on this as well, and Upmagic's going to have to micro his vulture here. He was a little bit careless earlier on, allowed his vulture to get taken out. He picks off another SCV off Upmagic. Looks like Upmagic is trying to solidify his advantage by taking that natural expo, but Savior so far prevented him from doing this with his Zerglings. Upmagic now bringing his Reens out as well to support his vulture is going to finally force Savior back. So Upmagic's vulture micro letting him down, especially in losing that initial vulture. That's going to cost him a lot. Savior putting 2 creep colonies down straight away at his natural expo. I thought he would need at least a single sunken just to avoid those vultures. Savior once again sneaking in with the Zerglings, trying to snipe that SCV as it's building the command center, or alternatively one that was building the extractor, just to try and peg back Upmagic's economy a little bit. This is going to be a close game between these two guys. Savior has done a little bit of early damage, but I don't think, and Savior is indeed putting the sunken down, so he's going to rely on the scourges coming out from that spire to try and counter these raids. But his first overlord looks like it is going to go down, and I don't think Terran players do sometimes lose their scouting overlords against Marines, but I think they often bank on getting that overlord out of there. And now the armory going up for Upmagic as well, because he realizes that Savior is probably on a 2 hatchery build and is probably going to be relying on spires. So Savior with a good position on the sunken, blocking those 2 vultures, and that was key obviously. But the problem for Savior now is there is a wraith in his base, but Savior, I'm sure one of those eggs will be popping out. Scourges. Upmagic now with 3 vultures, and he might be able to go and do a little bit of a raid on Savior, and that's exactly what Upmagic is doing. And Savior is going to be forced to use his drones to actually block those vultures from getting into his main, because Saviour's got nothing in his main, and Savior takes out all the vultures. Brilliant micro by Savior with 1 sunken and drones. He managed to take out the vultures, and I think Upmagic only got a couple of drone kills, and Savior actually has not produced Scourge. He's gone straight for Mutalisk. This could be a little bit of a risky move, and interesting enough, Savior looks like he's also put an expansion down at the 1 o'clock position, so Savior taking a huge risk. He doesn't have a lot in terms of being able to defend that expansion. He does have the Mutalisk out, and I wonder if Upmagic's move, and Upmagic actually put a control tower down, so Upmagic only produces a single raid. I think that's a smart move by Upmagic. I don't think he should go for cloak raids, although it would give him a sort of a maneuverability advantage, because Saviour's going to have a tough time. Obviously he doesn't have speed upgrade overlords, and Savior straight away going for Upmagic's main. Upmagic has no air defense. He produced the raids and he didn't. I guess he expected to finish Savior off sooner than said. Upmagic might have let Savior in through the back door here, because he's put no air defense whatsoever. He hasn't really built Marines. He was powering away with his economy as well as with his factories. He has got the Goliath, he had the armory, but Savior has been able to inflict massive damage here. He's taken the raid out now as well. well. And Upmagic with a single Goliath, and Savior is just basically hovering over that Goliath and attack moving it essentially. He's not even trying to micro around. And Upmagic trying to get some turrets up. He's managed to finally get one turret up, but it goes down as soon as it comes up, and now his economy is in tatters. His main is coming under heavy fire. Saviour's killed loads of SCVs, and any advantage that Upmagic might have gained from that early push is really going down now. He's got the control tower up and running, and I think he might be trying to research cloak raids in it as a means of defense against Saviors. And perhaps if he was going to go for the cloak raids, I guess he didn't anticipate how far along Savior was in his ambitions to get those mutas out. And now Upmagic has managed to get a Valkyrie